Hey guys, I have to tell you, it's Friday afternoon and tomorrow I'll be heading on a 2-week trip to Europe. Everything is already packed and tomorrow morning I'm embarking on my dream vacation. The Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, the canals of Amsterdam, I am so excited.
I'm so glad to hear that, man. I remember the last time I traveled, I almost missed my flight because of a bottle of shampoo. Have you considered this kind of baggage restrictions?
Take off your shoes and take your electronics out of the bag. No sharp objects, no large liquids, empty your pockets.
Well, these security protocols have become natural parts of airports and are rules that we all have to follow.
And now, new technologies like AI, biometric identification, facial recognition, and more advanced X-ray scanners are being introduced to make these protocols more efficient and secure.
With AI, airport surveillance can identify malicious travelers, unusual behavior, and help agents make faster and more accurate decisions. AI goes through massive quantities of data in real time and is trained to notify human agents about unauthorized people in sensitive areas, unintended baggage, or even debris on runways. Facial and biometric recognition is the process of using digital representations of faces and comparing them with the photo on a presented document. Also, can you imagine going through security without worrying about emptying your water bottle? That's what new X-ray baggage scanners are now trying to do. Advanced computing tomography scanners create a full 3D model of your carry-on. They spot dangerous substances without even having to unpack your bag.
But you might be wondering, what are the consequences of incorporating all these technologies into airport operations? And to understand that, we first need to know how we got here.
During times of war, air power is war power.
Air transportation as we know it was made possible thanks to advances in aviation technology during wartime. Between the 1920s and 40s, airlines heavily relied on paper logs for their scheduling systems. Military radio communication and defense systems used to monitor aircraft in the airspace created a basis for early computer reservation systems. During the 50s and 60s, American Airlines and IBM developed the Semi-Automated Business Research Environment, or SABRE, a system that led to faster exchange of information, faster reservations, and more flights.
However, at the time, airports had no security screenings. Passengers could check in and walk directly to the boarding areas. With more flights, waves of aircraft hijackings shook the country. All of that changed in 1973, when passenger screening became mandatory and something airlines were responsible for. The next big change came after 9/11, when the Transportation Security Administration, otherwise known as the TSA, was created. Security screening was then moved to the federal government and reshaped airport security to the system that we see today.
Airports are part of complex infrastructure of data exchange, passenger information, aircraft maintenance records, weather updates, crew scheduling, flight routing, and more.
Airports have been around a very long time, and a lot of the integrated systems are proven. So trying to interconnect these legacy systems to a data exchange or to an AI tool or some sort of analytics platform can be extremely challenging.
Such technologies are collecting larger and larger volumes of personal data for security purposes. This is where the trade-off between privacy and safety becomes visible. When your face or iris is scanned, that naturally raises questions. Who stores this data? How long is it kept? Is it managed by public agencies, private companies, or both?
Understanding what the risks are of every technology that you're implementing, especially in a public-facing ecosystem, I think that's the key to making sure that things are balanced, right? It only takes one public-facing, very sensationalized error, and essentially people are gonna start questioning whether they should trust AI or not.
In the United States, the TSA has already implemented facial recognition. The agency says that it does not keep traveler data and images for longer than 24 hours. Private parties like Clear also state that they protect sensitive personal data by using encryption protocols and not selling such information.
At the same time, malicious actors attempt to steal sensitive data or disrupt airport operations. Between 2024 and 2025, ransomware attacks increased by 600% in airports globally. In September 2025, several European airports temporarily interrupted operations after a cyber attack.
So we are at a crossroads. We heavily depend on digital systems to enable modern air travel. Yet these same systems introduce complex security and privacy challenges. Much of the foundational knowledge needed to find ways to make air travel both more efficient and secure takes place in universities.
At Arizona State University, initiatives such as the Center of Accelerating Operational Efficiency, Human Systems Engineering, and the Global Security Initiative explore how AI and cybersecurity can be safely scaled for homeland security and aviation systems.
We are entering an era where digital identification and AI-assisted operational security are becoming the norm. The question is not whether airports will become more digital, but how we ensure they become more secure and more trustworthy. Because dream vacations should not begin with uncertainty, but with excitement.